Welcome to Choose Your Own Adventure Introduction. In this video, we will look at how to start the introduction of our Choose Your Own Adventure story. What you will want to do is go back to your planning, to your mind map, and find the center blue box. I've zoomed in on mine to make it easier to focus. So this is where you started off your story with your premise. Mine is you are walking down the street when you notice a van is slowly following you. What I want to do here is take this initial summary of my premise and add descriptive detail to turn it into a story. To save time, I've already done the typing. And so here is my introduction. The sun is shining brightly overhead as you are walking down the street. School has just ended for the day and you are feeling the thrill of freedom. As you are walking, you notice a white van is slowly driving down the street behind you. This van has seen better days. The paint is scratched in several places, and patches of rust line the bottom of the side panels. The smell of exhaust is wafting all the way to where you stand on the sidewalk. You pick up your pace a little, and you can hear the van speed up. After several steps, you slow down to a very slow shuffle, hoping the van will keep going. Instead, you hear a squeal as the author hits the brakes. The van is again matching your speed. Sweat breaks out on your palms and your back. So what I try to do here is add in those sensory details. Think of your 5 senses to help you understand this. If I was actually going through this experience, walking down the street and a van's following me, what would I be thinking about? What would be going through my mind as this is about to happen and then as it is happening? What might I see, hear, smell, feel? Probably not taste in this case, but you never know. So I'm using my imagination, and I don't know if this is great writing or not, but I hope you can see that this is much more descriptive than what I had in my mind map. Okay, next step for the introduction. This is a lot of text on one slide. You need to think about how this will look to your reader. If you want to know, just come up here and hit present. This is what the slide would look like if my reader was reading this as a story. It's a lot of text for one slide. I think it's better to take that same amount of text, I hit escape to get back here by the way, and try to break it up. So what I did is I've already made my decision on how to do that. Instead of squeezing all this text on one slide, I went with 3. So here are those first 2 paragraphs with a slightly larger font. That way it's easier for my reader. There's my 3rd paragraph, and I took this last line out of that paragraph and made it a 4th mini paragraph. And then you want to end with your first question. What do you do? Hopefully, if I've done a good job laying this scene here, my reader is interested at this point and has to make a real decision. What would you do in this situation? Make sure as you're formatting and finishing up your introduction, you leave plenty of room here for the first 2 choices, which will be on our next video. At this point, if you have taken your blue box, if you have turned it into some descriptive paragraphs, you tried to add some details, and you're ready to lay out your choices, you are done.